And here we are with another feature presentation. Okay, let's talk about the military. This guy explains it pretty well. Military does not necessarily equal combat. That is true.
Most of today's military never sees combat. About 40% of military personnel are never even deployed. Of those who are deployed, only 10 to 20% end up in combat zones, and those are mostly support troops who don't engage in battle. Only about 10% of all military personnel are actual trigger pullers.
Did you hear that? 10% of the military actually sees combat. That's a far cry from what the popular belief on the street is, or what the movies will show you, okay? So, when you have these people out there who are being the stolen valor police, going around yelling at people for wearing an army shirt or whatever, saying that they were in combat and that they're disrespecting their uniforms and all this stuff, the majority of the people that are talking that shit weren't even in combat.
Okay, I'm going to concur. I was in the military, and yeah, I was a REMP for most of the time. Everybody's a REMP at one time or another. Less than 10% will actually get into any serious combat. As far as my experiences go, I will say I've seen just enough action to say I've seen action. And I don't feel compelled to try and intimidate people who are wearing a shirt that says Army. People that have been in action don't care whether someone wears a jacket or pants or something like that. They've got other things to think about and other things to be thankful for. And the movies exaggerate it, and the people exaggerate it, and the novels like American Sniper or Lone Survivor, those are bullshit, okay? But all I can say is I've seen enough to say I've seen it. And not worthy of making a movie over, certainly not like the opening scene of Saving Private Ryan, but enough to know the difference. Okay, and here's another guy. I had him before, but this is clearer.
All right, so it's a beautiful Sunday afternoon in Tampa, Florida. There's this jackhole over here that I pulled up and talked to for a minute.
This guy's name is Garrett Goodwin. I think he was an Army medic. Did not stay in the military. I think he had a weight condition. But I think I said Eric Garrett last time, but it's actually, I think I said Eric Goodwin, but it's Garrett Goodwin, Garrett. And I think he was an E5 medic and did not stay to retire. And I think there was an issue with his weight.
Doesn't have his veteran's ID. No self-respecting veteran be wearing his uniform with an ROTC patch, some of the other stuff you're going to go see. So we're going to have a quick conversation.
I don't know what a veteran's ID is, although I am retired from the Army. I stuck it out, and he said JROTC patch. JROTC tells you that the guy is not military. And I believe the guy that he's going to assault is 15 years old.
Follow me. Good, Bill. Hey, hold up there, buddy. You're military, huh? You're in the Army? Don't wear your RTC patch? Yes, sir. You're out here begging for money wearing an Army soldier's uniform? Sure. You're not a veteran? Yes, I am. No, you're a piece of shit is what you are. Show me your veteran's ID card. Show me your veteran's ID card. I don't have one, sir. Well, take off my uniform. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's not his uniform.
Don't walk out and try to hit my car. You take that uniform off. Yes, sir. To the right of your chest, not in planet. You take my uniform.
Yeah, that's Garrett Goodwin, former E5. That's not his uniform. This guy's full of shit. But most of the comments I get are, oh no, this guy's a hero. No, this guy's not an JROTC, which means no, neither one of them's in the military.
Uniform off. Yes, sir. stand out here, we got military people coming in and out this base every day. That takes balls.
This guy never saw action. Never.
You're not looking for trouble, but you come and ask people, tell you're a veteran. When you're not a veteran, you're wearing, don't walk out in traffic. You're wearing an ROTC pad. You're obviously not a veteran.
ROTC says he's not a veteran.
Uniform out here, tell people you're veterans asking for money. That's exactly what it is. When I pulled up and asked you if you're a veteran, you said you were. You're lying at your butt. You have no veteran ID card. You're wearing an RTC patch.
If he's wearing an ROTC patch, he's not a veteran. Now, he probably misanswered when the guy was yelled at, "Are you a veteran?" He said yes. But he did recant the answer, so I'll give the kid a pass on that one. No, he's not in the military. JROTC says he's not in the military.
Junior ROTC, no less? Yes, you're junior ROTC. Are you a junior ROTC cadet commander? Down the road. Don't apologize to me.
I apologize.
Take that and throw it in the garbage. I don't want you to wear it anymore. That's my uniform.
No, it's not.
That uniform. You don't think I'm shit.
Okay, this fat boy needs to be stepped on. Okay, that's all there is to it.
I don't think you do. Get out of the streets. You'll get hit by a car.
I ever come across this guy and he starts pulling that shit with me, I will not be calling the police. Okay? And same goes for Don Shipley. This guy and Don Shipley, same bolt of cloth, same thing. Okay, and here we got another one, another Don Shipley.
Take a look. I'm gonna play it for you.
Hey, record this for me. Okay, so we have a big case of stolen valor right here. Hey, listen, do you know that stolen valor is illegal?
No,
Stolen valor. Do you know what that is?
this guy's not committing stolen valor.
Are you a Marine? Are you a Marine?
This guy is probably homeless.
First of all, sorry to interrupt, but look, the guy starts off with a big case of stolen valor because the guy has a camouflage book bag, okay? And the guy's not trying to engage, the homeless guy is not trying to engage him in conversation. This guy just keeps pushing, he keeps pushing it.
You're a Marine, right?
No, he's homeless. Looks like it.
Oh, okay. You just told me you were a sniper in the Marine Corps, right?
I don't think he said that.
That's fucking disrespectful.
I don't think he said that.
Isn't that crazy? Stolen valor at its finest right here.
This guy thinks it's funny.
Stolen valor at its finest. Okay, this guy here, the young man up there, the veteran Marine guy, he asked this homeless dude if he was a Marine. I don't know what conversation went on, but obviously he wasn't a Marine. He didn't know what he was talking about. And you run into that on the streets a lot. You run into homeless people that are lying back and forth. Sometimes they'll say, yeah, they were in. Sometimes they'll say, no, I wasn't, depending on who's questioning them. Okay? And that's just the way it is. Okay? But I would think a veteran would know better than to harass a person like this. Okay? About his book bag. Now, can somebody out there help me out? The guy said Marine Corps book bag. Now, it's been a while since I've been in the Army. I know for a fact there was no such thing as an Army book bag.
They have them
I
now.
remember having an Army rucksack. Okay?
They now have Army
And
book
I did
bags.
do a couple of years of ROTC at university level. I didn't like it and I got out. But I remember we had the old style called the BDUs. They were like woodland camouflage. And we didn't have a book bag that matched that.
No,
There was
they
no
didn't.
such thing. I remember being told that we were required to carry a black book bag when we were going to college. When I was going to college in ROTC, we weren't allowed to have these bright colored book bags and wear the BDU uniform. We had to carry a black book bag. I didn't know there was no such thing as a camouflage colored book bag that was specially issued by the Army. So is this guy talking about a specially issued book bag for the Marine Corps? that this guy is wearing here, or what? I mean, I didn't realize the Marine Corps had that.
It
Maybe
does
they do
have the
now,
Marine
but
pattern, yeah.
It's a book bag, people.
Yeah, that is a book bag.
These things are
it's
sold
Marine Corps.
in fucking thrift stores. They're sold in the Army surplus stores or military surplus stores. Maybe
The jacket
somebody
is
gave
Army
it to
or
him.
Marines.
Okay? Who knows? It's a book bag. He's a homeless dude. He's using it.
Yeah.
What right does this idiot of a punk ass Marine have to be harassing this guy? And look at the look on his face. He's like he's enjoying the fact that he's harassing and humiliating the guy.
Of course he's
This
enjoying
is exactly
it.
what I'm talking about, dude. Then he says stolen valor at his finest. What do you mean at his finest? Wearing a book bag is not stolen valor at its finest. Wearing a book bag is not stolen valor at all. If this guy was in a full Marine Corps uniform, it still would be stolen valor. How many videos have I made about what the definition of stolen valor is? And if you realize something, he actually told this guy it was a crime in the very beginning of the video. Okay? This is what I'm talking about. These are the kind of vets I'm talking about. Okay? These are the kind of vets that will fucking backsash you and say, hey, you know, we have a right to do this and that. You don't have the right to do shit. Okay? I wish I could slap that stupid smirk off this idiot's face, man. Why don't you pick on someone your own size, dude? You know? What?
Okay, yeah, he's allowed to have a book bag, as is everyone else. Even school kids can have these book bags. I mean, that's not stolen valor. But this guy's basically screwing with the homeless guy. Because he can.
Everyone doing today. Lumpy here.
Now, Lumpy doesn't strike me as your average stolen valor D-bag. He strikes me as a guy that I grew up with. The handlebar mustache. Normal guy, right? I'm not going to come up to him and say, hey, bro, stolen valor. So he's wearing camo pants.
Trying to wrap my head around what just happened to me. I was at the Circle K, and I was dressed just like I'm sitting here. I'll show you in a minute. But I was just accused of stolen valor.
That's
So,
a thing these
If
days.
y'all see me dressed exactly like this on a YouTube video, know that that shit ain't true. You know that.
Because the guy's wearing camo pants. You know, I'm surprised. I bet you Lumpy's going to explain to us. This video has been very popular. I don't know if I could have taken it. I'd probably just given him the death stare and been like, all right, you should report me, you know. You should go because I'm really the fraud. You should go to the government because they've been paying me and tell them I'm committing fraud. Like, send this idiot down the spiral of a rabbit hole.
Real deal. I am the genuine article. I was in the United States Marine Corps. I did my time, and I got out with an honorable discharge. So this little... Oh, my... All right, let me start at the beginning.
What in the living hell is this? What the?
I went out to get my 12-pack of Mountain Dew. That's my hurricane supplies. I went out to get my 12-pack of Mountain Dew and fill up my car with gas. So I go down to Circle K, right down the street, maybe 2 miles away from me. Anyway, it's a convenience store with a gas station out front. I go inside, I grab my 12-pack of soda, and I stand in line. There was one person in front of me, and I hear from 2 or 3 people behind me, someone yells out, "Those aren't even issued anymore."
Yeah, no shit. So you got woodland camis. Let's just say he had them. When it's in the Marine Corps, there's woodland camis. Let's say I was wearing the trousers, right, or the blouse to go hunting, or I wanted some pants to work in, or whatever the F reason I wanted to wear them. I'd be like, yeah, next, you know.
So I ignored it. I just sat there, and he says it again. Those camis aren't even issued anymore, man. So I turn around. I found out who it was. I looked at him, and I'm like, yeah, I know. Because I'm wearing woodland cami pants.
Yeah, exactly. Who gives a shit if they're issued or not? He doesn't strike me like he was dressed up like he had a high-end tight, you know, wearing the whole outfit. We've all seen the douchebags. They're all decked out, and they're trying to get the free shit.
Let me show you that. All right. This is the way my face looked. I got this shirt on. Game over. Okay? I do have on woodland cami pants and Bates boots. Okay? They're not military boots. They're
And for those of you who don't know, most construction workers growing up would have some sort of utilities. Why? You get them at like the Army Navy store, Goodwill, somewhere, because they were good pants. They held up, the old Woodlands. They would hold up pretty good. They had pockets. You didn't have cargo pants running out the ass. Not everybody had all these high-tech pants, and they were cheap, and it worked.
anyway, they're for my job. You know, I gotta wear steel toes.
Yeah, imagine that. The guy works for a living, right? This little shitbag is like, hey, bro, they don't issue those anymore. I'd be like, well, no shit, Sherlock. I'm not pretending like I'm in the Marine Corps right now, trying to get something done. I wouldn't even give those kind of dickheads a respective of response. I look at them, be like, mentally, come on. I was in the Corps when you were still in your mother's nipple, bro.
I just can't comprehend what this kid was thinking. Anyway, he was maybe 5'2", maybe 5'4", a little bit taller than my girlfriend, and about her size too, tiny little thing. And I'm 6 foot and about 225 pounds. This kid.
Yeah, people have forgotten the good old-fashioned days, the good old days of just an ass beating. Or somebody says something and you beat their ass. I don't care if they're small or not. Know your role. Stay in your damn lane. You start messing with a fella like this, you may get your ass beat pretty quick.
At this point, I'm paying for my stuff. And he starts running his mouth. You know, what's your first general order? What? So, of course, I'm like, take charge of this post and all government property and view. And, he's like, you got military ID? So I roll in my sleeve. I'm like, there's my military ID. Right there.
If somebody asked me my first general order, I used to know all that. I could probably, if you told them to me, I go, oh yeah, that makes sense. Government ID or military. You don't have a military ID. And I would say, listen, you little shit. I'm not in boot camp anymore. I don't think your name is Drill Instructor Sergeant Lewis or Farmer. Get the F out of my face.
Core tattoo. And I walked out of the store. Okay, I go to the gas pump. This kid got done paying, and he comes running out. Now he's waving his cell phone around. You ever heard of stolen valor? You ever heard of stolen valor?
Okay, when somebody does that to you and says stolen valor or AR-670-1, you are in a fight, okay? You're in a fight. And you got to do whatever you can to survive. Because the guy probably has a knife or a gun. If somebody does that to you, assume that he's got a knife, assume that he's got a gun, and make up your mind that you're going to do what you got to do. Now, somebody tries that with me. I mean, I've had about 3 people come very close to cross the line. They backed off. I don't know why. But I was ready for them not to back off. And this goes for Don Shipley and Garrett Goodwin, Amagansett Press, all the rest of those grease balls. Okay? You try this with me, and I'm not going to call the cops.